Tap, tap, tap. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all see what it. Julie got a pin. Julia is your Iron Survivor, y'all. Julia just did it with a sneaky pin. I don't even know how I feel about it. Julia just did it. She gonna get her rematch with Roxanne, ladies and gentlemen.
Bum, 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 bum,
Bum, bum,
bum.
bum.
She
Stephanie
ain't
Victor was
winning.
trying to get that
She
that
ain't
roll up in the
winning.
last
Come on.
second.
She ain't winning. Why they do that?
Is it gonna be Julia? I mean, you still got Stephanie Victor. It ain't gonna be her. It ain't gonna be Zaria. It's Julia. Julia did it.
Mm.
Julia did it, y'all. She over there celebrating. She's so happy right now. Oh shit! I almost turned my phone off.
Oh, here you go.
There it is.
It's about to get freaky
Good.
already.
That was her first win. Everybody got a win on Ren Sinclair though. That's what's wild. Everybody.
They gotta change her name to Win Sinclair because you race her, you're gonna win.
Look at this. Look at this. Everybody who got a victory. Every girl got one win, and they all pin.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yep.
have to go back and watch it, man. I only saw bits and pieces, so you know what I'm saying. Come Monday, I'll be able to talk more about it.
Yeah, she came out the penalty box. She got a sneak win on Sol Ruka. And that's what it is, man. At the end of the day, deadline did what it's supposed to do.
Yeah,
It definitely.
we gonna get into all that, but I want to talk about your day,
No, I'm not.
Mister hanging with the celebs, Mister from
Yeah,
Mister Hall Preezy Universe,
yeah, definitely.
Mister Sippable was really sipping today.
Yeah. It was a good day. It was a good day. You know what I mean? Definitely it was a good day. And they out here celebrating in the ring right now. You know what I'm saying? So looks like it'll be Julia and Roxanne taking on at what's their New Year's resolution? I think it's New Year's Revolution or whatever. I don't know, but it's January 7th. It's gonna be the PLE.
Yeah, man. So
So we can start forming your picks now because you got a winner in Julia, and then the other winner for the men's Iron Survivor, you got Obafemi. And we talked about this a while back. You know what I'm saying? Trick Williams going against Obafemi, and we about to get that.
he's back.
Yeah. So it's gonna be something so crazy. Um, I wasn't really expecting him to be back. I don't know what they was doing. I thought he was going straight to the main roster. I ain't.
Nah,
All of a sudden he popped up tonight. Ethan Page mad. There's a lot of people mad as far
he
as
in
that loss.
purgatory.
That's a good word for him because he feeling that's how exactly how we feel right now. He's stuck in the purgatory. You know what I'm saying? But over that match was better than the women's War Games match. It absolutely
I like
was.
how
The
you
Iron
curved me
Survivor.
too. We ain't gonna talk about your day. I like how you curved me. It's all good. It's
Yeah,
all
I,
good. And for those
I
who
slid that.
wondering
You know what
why
I'm
I'm
saying?
in the car, I'm in the car because I got the unfortunate news that my grandfather had passed away yesterday. So I'm on the road taking care of family things. That's why I didn't get to watch the PLE tonight, but I did want to tap in because I didn't want my man out here solo dolo. But I'm gonna have to tap back in a little bit. I did see Trick. I saw Oba. I saw Jada. You know, HP just got me through the main event. So I'm gonna actually tap into the event. I'm gonna be listening, but I'm on the road. So, yeah, I'm in the car because, like I said again, my grandfather passed away yesterday, and got the news this morning on the way to get breakfast. Man, I pulled over side the road and broke down. So, but yeah, man, I'm gonna be listening to HP. I'm gonna try to tap back in, but I did want to at least, address the folks. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we still show up, man. Life. But guess what? One thing about it, D. Archie Carter and King HP, we will show up.
We will find a way.
We
We
will
will find a way. But
find
you gotta
a
drive
way. But
safe, bro.
for sure, I'm gonna tap back in with you when I can if you're still on. But yeah, man. From what I saw,
Absolutely.
was a good PLE. NXT always delivers. I'm gonna be listening. So what I didn't see, I get to be a fan tonight. So I'm gonna be critiquing. I might even leave a review because I'm listening as a fan tonight, as somebody who didn't watch the show. But I will be tapped. I'm gonna tap back in when I can. But I just want to say what's up to you and to the people. And yeah, man, rest in peace to my grandpa, man. OG.
Yeah, definitely. You got our prayers, brother. So definitely tap in with Archie. Y'all follow the Archie Carters. Keep them in your prayers, your blessings, and all that. Yeah, and stay safe on that road, man, because it's
Will
already
do, bro. I'm
late.
gonna tap back in with you.
All right, bro. All
And you
right.
never know. Tay Rock popped up on the recap last night. You never know who might pop up. So you wanna be the co-host and talk with HP tonight? Look, tonight might be your opportunity. It's in your link.
Might
Then you could
it
be
might
the
be.
Archie Carter for the night. But guess what? You might not want what comes with being the best heel in podcast history, the Archie Carter. So I'm out, man. I'm gonna be
Facts.
listening to HP.
Facts. Facts. The greatest heel in podcast wrestling today, the Archie Carter. Definitely want to keep him in your prayers, y'all, as he's driving to 10 family business. As you heard him, his grandfather passed away. So definitely we'll keep an eye on him. And if you're not liking, sharing, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Or follow, depending on which platform we're watching. Now we're going to talk about this deadline PLE. Let's get it right. Um, I thought it was pretty good. I see a comment, book. What's good in the chat? D, we see you. Forever, we see you. In the chat as well. I do think this women's match is phenomenal, and this is definitely the best women's division in professional wrestling. Period. We had two major matches. I got some notes, but I don't think I really need them. We only had the five matches. You had the women's Iron Survivor, right? We started there, and I thought it was very good. Funny enough, Ren Sinclair, man, kept getting pinned, going back to that penalty box. Okay, and I thought it was funny, right? I thought it was funny. She brought comic relief. They allowed her to get a pinfall as well, which kind of, even though she was pinned multiple times, even though she was pinned multiple times, it doesn't make her look so weak because she's able to get one. She got, I think hers was on Sol Ruka, right? So if you're not familiar with Iron Survivor, let me read the rules. And there was a men's and a women's. We're just starting with the women's because they ended the show. Should it have ended the show? Yes. Did it deliver? Yes. Am I surprised at the ending? Yes. So that's where we're at, and that's where we're going. There's a 25-minute limit to the match, right? And so you got five superstars. Two superstars, they start the match. Every 5 minutes thereafter, a new superstar comes out. So very similar to the Royal Rumble, right? But it's a bigger interval, but there's only five superstars to begin with. Falls can be won at any time via pinfall, submission, or DQ, right? When a superstar scores a fall, they earn a point. So imagine being the first one. You beat your opponent twice before the next person even comes out. You already got 2 points, and you still got to go through all them other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? So definitely some advantages. We'll talk about it. When a superstar loses a fall, that superstar is forced out of the ring and into a penalty box for 90 seconds. So whoever thought of this match, this is the type of stuff I'd be like, this is what the main roster needs. Even though in NXT, Archie says it a lot. Archie says, it's really not developmental anymore. He's right. It's not. They have the Heritage Cup. They got the Iron Survivor matches. They have the Underground match. They are leading the way in innovation, and I love and they all deliver. And we had an Underground match tonight. We're gonna get into that. Okay. So anyway, the superstar, if you take a loss, you know what I'm saying? You're going into that penalty box for 90 seconds. That's a minute and a half for, you know what I'm saying, if your math ain't mathing. The superstar who scores the most falls when the clock hits 25 minutos. And we just saw Stephanie Vicure with a 1 count. She was about to tie it up. She's but time ran out. They'll be named the Iron Survivor and the number one contender for the NXT Championship, whether it was on the men's side or the women's. The rules are the same, whether men's or women. So Super fire concept, super fire match delivered on both genders, both sides of the house. Which match should I enjoy more, the men's or the women's? It's so close for different reasons. The way the men's ended was dope, dope. We're good into that too, and then the way the women's ended with the couldn't get it to tie it up. And I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Have we seen a tie? Have we seen the Iron Survivor end in a tie? And if we have, what happens if there's a tie? So we'll get into that. But Julia, who I would not have picked to win, won, right? And the reason why, we haven't seen Zarya versus Roxanne. We haven't seen Stephanie Vicura versus Roxanne. We haven't seen Sol Ruka go against Roxanne. Now I say those names because at the end of the day, new matches, new rivalries, new opponents. It just that women's roster is so deep, and we're not even talking about the NXT and North American Championship. So Roxanne has had an iron grip on that title. Great matches. She's beating Jordan Gray. She's beating Tatum Paxley. She's beating not so I'm gonna say Lola Vice. She's beating Jada Parker. Like she's beating Julia, which was why I didn't expect Julia to win because I instead of running it back, let's get a new person in there. Ah, but Shawn Michaels, the mastermind he is, he got Booker T on commentary, so I'm sure he gets some help. He gets ideas. They have ideas, and they throw them around. Give them what they don't expect. We already seen the Julia match. Give her the rematch. Julia is still fresh in people's minds. She's still new to NXT, even though out of the three bigs that just came, Zarya, Stephanie, and her, she's been there the longest and had the most opportunity. Keep it fresh. So I like what they did there. Good match, solid match. I'm gonna give it 8.5, 9. I enjoyed the match from start to finish. Very entertaining. So start to finish. Now I kind of do gotta look at. Oh, it's only 5 matches. Let's go. We had the NXT Championship match. Now this was important. This is important. You know why? Because there's a certain someone who won the men's Iron Survivor, and the Iron Survivor winners are definitely looking. Now we didn't see the women's NXT. Roxanne had the night off. I expect to see that title get defended very soon, probably before the January 7th PLE, just because it'll feel like I've been in matches, I had to take punishment. Roxanne's been chilling. No, Roxanne will probably either get a match on NXT or something, right? Just to kind of keep that time frame. Uh, but we get the men's NXT championship. And Ridge Holland put on, I didn't think this match was going to get to where it got. I thought Ridge Holland was going to sneak a victory. I thought they were pushing him. And Trick sold the hell out that neck. He came with the tape, the Kalani. I said it wrong. Help, yo, put the words in there for me. Clinizy tape, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is. But anyway, and they had a real powerful match. Yo, Ridge Holland was working. High trick up in the turnbuckle, upside down, legs underneath the rope. Then he slid up under the ring, pulling his neck back. So he's pretzeled this man in the corner. Pause. And it's like little things like that. I thought the match was well paced for these two. The two big brawn Tricks like what 6'4", 240, 250. Rich Holland's around that same size, you know what I'm saying? So good methodical match, good powerhouse match, good power moves. Uh and Trick walks away with the win. You know what I'm saying? Nice little trick shot at the end. And what I like about this, we didn't have 1,000 kickouts. A finishing move did what it was supposed to do. Lights out, buddy. You know what I'm saying? NXT champion hits a trick shot. What else we supposed to talk about? Maybe if it was like Mania or something, you get one kick, but you get 8, 9, 10 kickouts. You like, all right, these ain't even finishing moves. No, they ain't special. So I like that they preserved that and we got a definitive winner. We didn't have the run-ins and stuff like that. Solid, 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 solid match. Woo! So Trick wins. He'll be going on to that January 7th PLE to defend his championship. Right now, we had an underground match, ladies and gentlemen. Vinny, I know you've seen it. The Yamly Yamli was fighting, y'all. Nobody wins when the Yamli fights, but yet we all won because they they went out there and did their thing. If y'all don't know who the Yamli is, that's Jada Parker and Lola Vice. Exceptional talent, beautiful women, in a brutal match. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it to us. Um, and yo, D, I see you in the chat. You did say no. Did you say that? I definitely said Lola. I definitely said Lola. Did you agree with me or did you disagree with me? You might have agreed with me. I think you might have said Lola. Only reason I thought Lola because I already knew Jada Parker won one, and this is a match. This Jada Parker Lola Vice rivalry, which is I like that I get to use that word. You can come back to it. You can put it on pause, bring it back. It is 1-1. Jada Parker won her street fight when they had it. And now they go to an underground match where it's an MMA style match. No ropes. They even brought the brick. They even brought the brick. And so I thought for in that moment when I saw that brick, I said, "Oh, Jada about to go up 2-0 and this is gonna be over. Go ahead, bring on the next competitor." But Lola Vice sold that hand injury. And I hope it's a sell because again, I don't want to see nobody ever get hurt, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it was Lola's match. And Lola put Jada to sleep. You know what I'm saying, around the back, rear naked choke, bang, got her up out of there. I wasn't shocked, but I was like, oh, okay, okay. I thought the finish was gonna have something to do with that brick. You didn't even have to use the brick. So I'm cool with that. I said I wanted the rival to end for now, and Lola should win this match, but I wasn't sure. And I agree. I agree. We can come back to this match. They have great matches. They have great chemistry. It's very believable. When they start talking shit, you got that Spanish, like, you know what I'm saying? She start talking fast. Lola is like New Jersey people. And I know because I'm from Jersey. We get to talking fast. You know what I'm saying? Like when people that Hispanic accent, they get to talking fast. And when she gets to talking fast, it feels real. Do y'all remember when she went against Roxanne and she did that promo about her mom? She was pregnant when she had me. Don't have Lola Vice talking slow. It's like not. It feels like she's reading the teleprompter. Hi, I'm Lola Vice, and at this point, I was mad. She get to talking spicy. Jada, I want you out here. It's no. What is it? It's underground. No ropes. Me and you. That's it. Like you. Like oh okay okay. She mean business. And I believe it. And then when Jada, you know, they say Jada dropping F bombs, they say Jada dropping N words. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get ignorant, let's get it. Not ignorant. If you want to get ignorant, let's get ignorant. Makes the match better. It makes the believability there. And you'll notice with WWE, the promo spots, they talk. The Usos do this tremendously. They talk in like bouncy word terms. Like, you think I wanted to fight you? Like, and just follow the bouncing ball. Like, I never had a real shot against you tonight. It's gonna be on. Dun, 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 dun. Like, come on, man. I can't do that all the time. And there's a lot of wrestlers that do it. So when we get this spicy talk, Jada in the ring, no ropes. No, I told you it was gonna be me and you, and you wanted to get like, yeah. That's how she talk in real life. That's what I want to see on camera. Lola talking like that in real life. It's on. That's what I want to see in real life. And the rivalry, it equals out. It equals out. So the girls they put on having the people around the ring patting it down. It's like dog. It's like the Mayweather doghouse. You know what I'm saying? When they be sparring, has a good feel to it. So I love the match. I just hope they don't overdo it. I think it's like the second or third one. I remember Lola versus Shayna Baszler, and that was great. Lola took the victory. So Lola is undefeated. Just keep that in mind in underground matches. And if that's going to be her specialty type, and then Jada has the brawls, the street fights, they're due for a third fight, but they both use their specialty matches. So it'll be very interesting to see if they go for a third match. What style match are we getting? Because normally you have a regular match, then a specialty match, or some sort of stipulation in the match. They both started with specialty matches that fitted their environment and their styles. So we're gonna see how that's gonna be. Very, 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 very interesting. And again, very good match. Let's go back and watch this on Peacock. This was one of them ones. I had the match, and I had the pay per view PLE. I had it like an eight, 8.5, eight and a half, 8.5, 8.5. Can we sip to that? You know what I'm saying? Archie was trying to tell y'all how the day went. I was trying to cut him off. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to save it, but you know what I'm saying? Because I knew I had to. When I seen the Super Bowl, I was like, I am Mr. Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. We gonna sip to that. We gonna sip to that eight. Strong eight. Good eight. Maybe 8.5. Some of y'all might have ranked it at 9. How did y'all rank the PLE? We all waiting. So we talked about the Women's Iron Survivor. We talked about Trick Williams retaining. And when I say the Women's Iron Survivor, Julia is the winner, y'all. So going into that January 7th PLE, I forgot what it is. No New Year's resolution, whatever. I, don't quote me on the name, but it's January 7th. That's what it is. Trick Williams will defend against to be named winner of the Iron Survivor. We're gonna get into that. And then Lola Vice wins. Question for y'all in the chat. Where do they go next? Do we get a third match? Or should we let these women branch off, go after titles? Maybe the North American women's title. Maybe one goes for it, like Lola Vice goes for it. Jada cost her that belt, and now we're like, you still won't leave me alone. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Now we get a third match. But whatever you do, you got to do it quickly because January 6th is Netflix. And they're doing what they termed it as a transit. What is it called? A transition window. They don't want to do a draft. You start saying a draft, people going, you know what I mean? They called it a transition window where superstars from all three brands are going to get swapped around. And this is the next day. Wait a second. SmackDown, January 7th. I guess that's a Tuesday because Monday Night Raw is Monday, which is January 6th. January 3rd is the last SmackDown prior to the. Woo! Lord knows we can't be doing that. January 3rd is the last SmackDown prior to the Netflix move. So we'll see. I guess January 7th it'll be a named NXT. But yeah, we had that match. We also had a tag team match, y'all, for the titles. We had Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights who killed it. And they took on Axiom and Frazier. Now, keep in mind, Nathan Frazier, was a part of the men's Iron Survivor. He got brutalized. So he came into this match hurting, taped up, nose bleeding. He was hurt, and it showed throughout the match. Axiom tried, he even told him, I'll carry the match, I'll do all the heavy lifting. And boy, did they put that to the test. God, on a scale of 1 to 10, that's about as near perfect as a match you can have. It's close. If you want to sit there and say, well, just show me a perfect match. Oh, you're gonna go get Taker HBK. Oh, you're gonna get Razor HBK ladder match. Oh, you're gonna get I don't know. I don't know. There's not too many of them. That match tore the house down and was to watch Axiom have to carry that weight like that, sell, do double team moves with just one, like just him, and pull out all stops. A lot of the match, like one point, Axiom went to go tag, and there was nobody there because Nathan Frazier was still on the ground, like taped, taped up, nose bleeding, and you can just see how now he's tired, but this man is like done. And there were spots. They picked their spots when they would use Frazier, and it made the story when there's storytelling in a match, chef's kiss. Like every time it doesn't have it, and every match doesn't have it. Like a lot of like it's how you wrestle the match, what you're doing. Are you working towards the things that you have prompted us to think over the previous weeks? Meaning, right? We knew they were already in turmoil. They're always in turmoil. But now one already competed in a match and is beat up. One said he'll do the heavy lifting. So we're looking for him to do tags, and the guy's not there. We're looking for the run-ins to get saved on pin count, and those aren't there. It's all those little It's all those little intangibles that you would normally, you see a tag 1, 2, and the partner comes and stops it. Well, there's no partner to stop it, and you're getting double teamed. Then the other team, Heights, um, Tavion Heights, and Miles Bourne, they worked a great psychology when he was available to tag, working until he couldn't tag, dragging him back, pulling him back, not letting Axiom get get a minute of rest. When Nathan Frazier was in, they was beating him. The selling of and Tavion Heights' moveset then got nice. Maybe it's because he's working with smaller guys and he's a good power base, so he can do a roll up flip, which you still attach to the back and then like damn near F5 you into a slam. Like oh shit. Like this dude's move set was extra nice. Booker T was pointing out in commentary. We sent him to he didn't say we sent him to Japan, but they're like, he spent time in Japan and look at him, he's got back and he's it works. It the move set was there on both sides. I thought Tavion Heights did a damn good job in this match. What up, Adam? We see you in chat. That's my horse click sound. I don't know where I got that shit from. Uh, but I thought the psychology of the match was excellent. I really did. Like I watched that match. Like when this is off, I'm gonna have my sippable sipping it. I might even go jump on the game sticks. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna watch that match back. Like, damn, that shit was fire. They really. Also, I'm watching that match back because Attitude Era awards are gonna happen this at the end of this year, and when it comes to us having to nominate best matches of the year, you got 3 brands. Got 3 brands. That's a lot of matches. Each brand has been a part of PLEs damn near every single month, been a part of their own weekly shows. That's 52 weeks times 3. You know what I'm saying? Who you talking about? So it's a lot to go through, and you really because a lot of times, you know, last I'm sorry, not last yesterday, Piper Niven and Bianca Belair had a fire match on SmackDown, but the SmackDown wasn't to the gods. You know what I'm saying? It was good, but it wasn't. So those are the type of things. But we gotta get that still ironed out as far as what are the nominees. You know what I'm saying? And how we're gonna have the voting worked out. But definitely tap in. Definitely. I mean, you can follow us on all the social medias: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Twitter is X if you're nasty. You know what I mean? And some of y'all is nasty because I'm nasty. And if I'm nasty, y'all nasty. We nasty. Be fab. I was about to say somebody else, but be fat works because anyway, that's nasty. Um, so thought it was an excellent match. Axiom and Frazier, shout out to them. They snuck away with their belts, bro. They did it again. Like holy shit. When I look at the main roster and see these tag teams in turmoil, they can never carry on very long. When I look at Axiom and Frazier, they've been in turmoil since I started watching NXT on a full-time, regular basis. I don't miss an episode. And I'm like, damn, how are they gonna stretch this out? Well, shit. As long as like they just they are smooth. They are smooth now. Undersized, yeah. But you send them up to the main roster, their move set, they out of here. Ain't nobody keeping up with them. You can go bring the Usos back. You can go ahead and get a villainized heel New Day. They ain't keeping up with Axiom and Frazier. Period. Point blank. Slice it how you want to slice it. But let's just be honest. They are what, and now you can see some great matches with them and the Street Profits because they're a more powerful tag team. To see how they go up against. I mean, we've seen them up against size, power, the brawn, but Street Profits they also have a very like high amount of athleticism. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a large gap, I think, in as far as like the athleticism that they've seen in NXT versus the athleticism they're gonna see when they step up and go to the main roster. That's just my take. I could be wrong. Prove me wrong. Type it. You might be right. If you're right, I'll say you're right. If you're wrong, you left. All right. So it's only 2 options 50-50. You left or you right. And if you left, we're just gonna leave your comment left in the chat. Simple. But Axiom and Frazier really, I just have high hope. I enjoy their matches. I love when they're on the card. When they're on the card, I know we're getting a good match. I remember another match of the year for me, candidate. God damn, they got like two or three of them. Y'all remember when they teamed up with Javion Evans and they took on the Rascals? That was a regular NXT match, and that shit was insane. That was about 2 months ago, give or take. It was Javion Evans, Axiom, and Frazier taking on the Rascals when they came back before the heel turn of Wesley, when he still had the joints, the dreads and joint, the locks. You know what I mean? Fire match. They can always you put them with some more super athletic people, and it is to the gods. They're out of here. The main roster is gonna love them, but they hung on to their titles in what was in King HP's book. A, I'll use that term classic. I use that term classic. And if it's not a classic, it's like a shade under. But then it just probably won't get the shine it deserves because it's not a main roster PLE. But she and me, she. What my man say? Who used to say that? I think it was from The Wire. My man used to be like she. Um, but yeah, that was a fire match. So we talked about Lola Vice defeating Jada Parker in an underground match. We talked about Trick Williams, Trick Willie, whoop that Trick taking a dub from Ridge Holland. We talked about Julia escaping in the last seconds with two victories to everybody else's one in a women's Iron Survivor match, right? And we just talked about Axiom and Frazier getting a win. There's one more match to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. The men's Iron Survivor. The return of Obafemi. And oh shit. Go back and watch some of these recaps. We always talked about who could challenge Trick and be that guy. Obafemi with a monster performance. Obafemi, oh my gosh. Ethan Page had 2 wins. Um Javion Evans had two wins, right? It's coming down to the nitty gritty. It's like 10 seconds left. And who, oh my God. Let me go back and see my come on, give me a photo. Because it was Nathan Frazier and who my man's pin and Wes Lee. Double choke. Hmm. Hmm. Double choke slam. Pins two men's arm across their chest. Because he had one and you go into the final seconds, and the ref looks and he does a double count because he got them both pinned, one arm over each man's chest, and he 1, 2, 3. Obafemi gets a double pin. Now he's up 3 to Ethan Page and Javion Evans is 2 to Wesley and Axiom or not Axiom. Nathan Frazier is 1. You're Iron Survivor, ladies and gentlemen. Obafemi. Olafemi is now in line for Trick Williams. Holy shit. Holy shit. And if the dates line up with the NXT, I think if Trick's going to Maine, he's dropping that title. Oh, yes. Why do I even think that? What my man's told him. What my man's not told him, but Carmelo, he was talking about going to Raw, and Nick Aldis was like, I got I got someone very special for you. Who could it be more special than Trick Williams? Keeping up unfinished business. Oh yeah. And we gonna ship both of y'all to Raw. Oh yeah. Yeah, book that. Book that. Then the next night, Trick comes back and he takes an L. And now we in the reign of Obafemi. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can see it. It's written in the stars. I see it. If it doesn't happen, I expect Obafemi to go to the main roster. Can't imagine it no other way. Ever, or they do something wild and both men go to the main roster. They deserve it. That's for sure. CW, we see you in the chat, baby. Yeah, it would be great, man. I think it would be great because Trick Williams. I mean, him versus Oba is two powerful giants with very high powered offenses. I do. I think Trick can sell better a little bit than Oba. I think Oba will be the dominant man in the matchup. I think Oba. I don't think he would dominate the matchup, but I think he'll look strong. I think he'll look strong. And the reason why I say that is because if they're going to put Obafemi over as the new NXT champion, the way he did his NXT North American title reign, you want to book him to be as strong as possible. Being that the last time we saw him, he took a loss to Tony D'Angelo. So you want him to look super strong now because you're like, shit, yo, Tony, man, what you lucky you caught Oba when you caught him. Supernatural 28. See you in the chat. Blessings. Um, Trick versus Oba is NXT's Hogan versus Warrior. I 100% agree with that. I don't know how to call it. A trick shot. We've had recaps where we've talked about this and said Trick versus Oba is like that. It's like that's like the biggest matchup I think on the men's side of the house that they can produce. And ladies and gentlemen, 2025, we're gonna get it. Like we're getting it to start the year off right after the Netflix deal, the move. So keep your eyes on that because if it is Trick Williams going over to Raw or to SmackDown to take on Carmelo, I expect that title to get dropped the next night, and this be Oba Femi's reign. If Trick wins, I expect to see Oba coming up to SmackDown on Friday, and we're like, oh, he's here. And who does he give a run for his money? Maybe even straight to Cody. Because Cody doesn't have any natural predators. Without natural predators, no good. No good run. That's why I don't like Cody's run. No natural predators. But Oba is one. Oba is an automatic eye turner. He's on eyes are on him. And Trick should get called up. 100% agree. Having Trick, Oba, and Hogan in the same sentence is yeah, ironically crazy. That's hella funny. Uh, oh man, y'all is a trip in the chat. But yeah, I definitely think this is a match I've been waiting for personally. And if you haven't been waiting for it, to each his own. But I think when I look at the brawnier guys, the more brolic type of dudes, this was the match I thought they could have. Rich Holland was up there with Trick. We just got that. But Oba versus Trick, because the way they've had them both move, Trick was a dominant NXT champion. When he lost to Ethan Page, he did not get pinned, right? Then he did get beat by who pinned Trick? Was it Shawn Spears? I think it was Shawn Spears that pinned Trick because that was his claim to getting that fatal four way when it was like him, Javion Evans, Ethan Page. You know what I'm saying? So not often do you see Trick get pinned, and Tony D'Angelo had to basically trick Oba into letting his guard down to get the win. So no one looks at that like, oh, Oba's weak. Just no. Tony D'Angelo was the Heritage Cup king, and then he moved on to the NXT North American Championship. Now, funny enough, I don't like to say this because it feels derogatory to a person, but I don't mean it that way. The trajectory of your two North American champions was Oba and Kalani. That's and not to say anything crazy, but fuck it, we're gonna have to say something. That's how super stacked the women's division is. The men's division is not. It's like normal. It's just good. It's just good. It's a good talented roster full of guys. Good athletic, brawnier guys, strong guys, quick flippity flip guys. You got a nice variety. The women's side, you got some shit over there. You got you talked about the bigs, Julia, Vicure, Zarya, you know what I'm saying? You got Soul Rook over there. You got Jada Park. You got Lola Vice. You got Tatum Paxley. You got Wendy Chu, who's been a little silent lately. You got um, Petrovic. You got Ren Sinclair. You Roxanne leading the pack. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't even featured tonight, and she's still leading the pack. You know, so it is. It is hella crazy over there. Um, Gigi Nolan, you know what I'm saying? Cora Jade, JC, man, you Phelan Henley, they over there putting in work. Jesus Christ. Like that. That is a roster. That is a roster. This women's Royal Rumble is going to be interesting because you literally could take 15 people from NXT and put them in. CW, I'm not putting them in the same sentence, bro. I'm talking about the anticipation of the match. Having, yeah. I get you. I get you. I get you. For the NXT versions, that's what they are. They were definitely rooting for them in that type of atmosphere, that same breath, especially because they were both champions at one point for the same. They built Oba to be the longest reigning North American champion and like dominant doing it. So Trick just looked like he couldn't lose. It was bound to happen. You was bound to bump heads. Ja Rule said that line. You was bound to bump heads because you live in my life. You know, a lot of people said that. They could carry any of those women up to the main roster, and they would instantly thrive as U.S. or IC champion. No argument. No argument. I just hope they don't bring any more titles up. The women are in a disadvantage because there's one women's tag team championship for all three brands. We've seen Bianca and Jade come to NXT one time. No, it wasn't them. They had just lost. They lost them to Fire and Fire and Dawn. Isla Fire and Alba Dawn or whatever, right? So when they lost them, those two came down to NXT and they took on Jakar Jackson and Lash Legend, right? For the titles. And it's like, damn, they got titles. Damn, they don't got no, but we don't need them. If a tag team has to go to all three brands, I think they're more, and because there's so much talent in the women's division, if one tag team is champion for against all three brands, that says a lot. More so than having a Raw tag team champion with not that many tag teams, a SmackDown tag team champion with not that many tag teams. Like there's like three or four tag teams competing. They're going from show to show to show, and you're defending. That's an incredible feat. That is an incredible feat, and I don't think the women get enough credit for it. I think there should be more defenses, at least one a month in NXT, and I think they've kind of honored that. If you kind of go back and look, I don't know if it's been one a month, but every so often they definitely come down and defend those titles, or some teams go up. Remember, Jakara Jackson, Lash Legend did go up to SmackDown for tag team championship opportunity. So um, hell of a job on these ladies. So I don't want the WWE to flood with more belts. We know more belts are coming. They've already talked about it with NXT. So if you've been peeping their social medias and stuff, they talked about a hardcore title. Um, Forgot something else. I think if my memory serves me correct, or it could have been a bluff, you know. But at the end of the day, when they get to Netflix, I expect to see probably another title or two pop up to keep things more interesting. So but women's tag team championship, having a different one for a different brand, nah, no need to. Just have that the women keep circulating because it just shows how good that set is. Because you can't tell me the Judgment Day tag team champs versus DIY tag team champs versus Axiom and Frit like tag like come on, bro. And then if we made a triple threat, who would win? I don't know. Actually, now that I say that, because they're all really short in stature. Actually, now I'm saying that. Street Profit's been trying to get a match forever. But anyway, I say that to say this. Excellent pay-per-view. If you missed Deadline, go back on Peacock and watch it. If you missed any of the Raw or SmackDown stuff, definitely pop. You ain't even got to go to Peacock. Go to Attitude Era page, go to the YouTube. We got playlists. They are in there. Now, um, if you're feeling down, you stressed out, I got a solution for you. Go to Archie Carter. I think I'm bullshit. Type his name in the Spotify. Type his name in the Apple Music. He got a whole album that released October 11th. Good Karma. It's out on all streaming platforms. Let me know if it put you in a good mood. If it doesn't, it's not the album. It's you. You know what I'm saying? So let's, I definitely want to, again, salute to Archie Carter and everything he's got going on. Unfortunately, right now, uh, he's dealing with a family issue. He just talked about it when he came on. His grandfather passed away. So he's traveling right now. It seems like we're always traveling. Unfortunately, in this case, It's not for business. It's a family. It's a family emergency. So definitely keep him in his prayers, especially traveling at this time of night. It's very easy to get tired like that. And next thing you know, bad things happen, right? So you definitely want to keep him in your prayers, give good vibes, whatever your method of putting out goodness into the atmosphere. Good, whatever your method, and if it's playing good karma on your speakers, turn it up. You know what I'm saying? And let it ride. Let it ride. You know what I'm saying? Support, 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 support. And tap in. You know where you can find me. If I'm not here, type in that white box. You see it, Hall Prison Universe. Just type it into your social media platforms, YouTube. I had a day. Archie was trying to go into it. I was trying to save it. I was trying to like move around it because if we go into it, I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna go into it, into it, into it. I had such a good time today. Yeah. So and like I said, I'm gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move around. I ain't even took my clothes off from when I went. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. And to that, if you and if you were in the chat and you watch Deadline, shout out to you because again, a lot of time NXT gets overshadowed because it is what it is. It's like, oh, it's developmental. Archie Carter has said this numerous times. It ain't developmental no more. That boy is grown. That boy is grown. Do you said tell him, yo, Hall Prison Universe who's down in Orlando? I don't want to talk about it. I gotta talk about it. We went down to Orlando today and met up with Morris Chestnut and Harold Perrineau. Maybe you know them from The Best Man or Best Man's Holiday or the hit TV show Oz or the what we know him from right now as Boyd from the series From. I got several autographed bottles. May do a giveaway for them, may not. I don't know. I'm still on cloud nine, but we talked about it. We took subscriptions down to the Hall Prison Universe and all that. So definitely looking forward to um yeah, got video and stuff and some pictures. So definitely looking forward to it. They're great gentlemen. I cannot do promotion on this channel. However, on Harper's Universe, oh, we gonna be promoting. We're gonna be promoting they sippable, uh, to the fullest too. Because I got shot glasses with it and all. You might even see the bottles popped up on some DIY project. I might put some shelving up here tomorrow, and you just see the bottles bomb. You know what I'm saying? It just be what it is. But it was a great day. I had to drive back, and then I was able to catch Deadline, and Deadline did not disappoint. Uh, yeah, I've noticed such a shame they're so talented. I'm not happy that they lost, but I'm such a huge DIY fan. You talking about Motor City Machine Guns? It's funny because Motor City Machine Guns and I see Supernatural kind of you can't you can throw some superstars into the mix, right? But the problem with people and not understanding how WWE works, I don't think Motor City Machine Guns didn't take well. WWE audience is very broad, and they people who watch WWE don't watch it for the same things they watch a New Japan or even AEW for that. Like people who watch AEW kind of understand what they're getting at this point, and they're like, they're cool with that, or they want that. They want the difference from the WWE and what the WWE provides. Same thing with watching like New Japan. They're not watching it like New Japan is not super promo heavy like WWE is. It's just not, and it's not going to be. And also the way they market the stars and how they market the stars. And it's very hard in WWE. You could come here from we've watched this. Y'all think Xavier Woods is just he's trash. He's never done anything. Let some people tell it, but then people start talking about Austin Creed, and people be like, "Who? Wait, what? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference." And the problem when you take a group like Motor City Machine Guns, you're right. You have not exposed them to this audience, and when you don't expose them, the average casual fan only watches one wrestling program and catches wind of another. In the Attitude Era, people used to watch and flick back and forth between both. But this ain't that. This ain't that. The average you see how millions AEW is the second biggest brand on the planet, and they're doing half the numbers that NXT does. So put that in perspective. When anybody says other core audience from other they're not doing those type of numbers. But when people go to watch those things, they're like real fans. You know what I'm saying? There's only a small percentage of wrestling fans that are real wrestling fans. Those are the ones that might go to independent shows. Those are the ones that go to like watch outside WWE. Motor City Machine Guns they got put in the limelight. They got a good pop. WWE recognized it. They put them straps on them. And I'm not gonna say it didn't work out, but I think they were just using them to be transitional purposely. And it could have been anybody who came over and would have got that pop. I think they would have did it. Storyline to make DIY better. I'm just mad that you're not giving Street Profits any just due, and you got multiple. Every brand's got a tag team championship, and these guys can't get it right. And you got other shows like the Judgment Day who barely ever defend. I think they defended it once since they won them. And it's like, yo, get your booking right. You know what I'm saying? Um, so Motor City Machine Guns, also they're a very small in stature team, and when you're that small in stature, you gotta. It's hard to go against bigger teams sometimes because the natural law of the eye test. We, I hear it all the time. These guys can wrestle. That is a blanket statement that I can use, and sometimes it doesn't serve a purpose. If you can wrestle, right? We're talking about those technical, those Johnny wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Tommaso Ciampa type, but they can wrestle. They can. You know what I mean when I say that, right? But you go against some bruisers. You go against some super athletic street profit. Like it's not gonna matter if you can wrestle. And then two, spot after spot after spot. That's what wrestling has turned into. So these guys can keep up with that. However, WWE fans are gonna be like, "Well, what happened to Street Profits?" They know DIY, so DIY is cool, but like Motor City Machine Guns, it doesn't really do it for me. And it's like, what? You watch these guys matches? WWE didn't give them that many matches, so you can't have seen them in that many matches. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know if we should have did that with them. I think you should just let DIY just take it and run with it. I think, but for storyline purposes, it was used to turn them heel. So they were pretty much transitional champions. AEW has a lot of hardcore fans and a little bit of casuals. WWE is the other way around. 100% agree. 100% agree. When you watch AEW, you might see someone get shot. Yo. Like not. I'm just playing when I say that. But like, remember the syringe and the brick, right? That's a little out of WWE's taste for right now. Now I know people are like, well, they use thumbtacks. They were the first to do thumbtacks outside of Japanese, like as far as the American brand of wrestling, they were the first. Mick Foley did it, and then it just kept going and going. They used the barbed wire bats. It just kept going and going and going. So it's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black. AEW is kind of pushing the envelope, and I can respect that. I can respect that. But that syringe thing, whew, that was cold, brother. That was cold. Very far fetched prediction, but the New Day will win the tag team titles from Judgment Day on Raw this Monday. Come back to this, LOL. I want you to. Volcano, you could be right. I don't think it'll happen on Monday, but it'll be a good push for the judge for the New Day because it's a new day. Yes, it is. They're gonna keep that theme song and change it slightly so it's more like how Shinsuke Nakamura had like a darker version of his song. I think the New Day because they're heel now, and what better way to turn them into a dangerous tag team is to give them some gold. Give them some gold. Take that right off the Judgment Day. I just want to see when Axiom and Frazier come up. Their moveset is gonna set WWE on fire. When them 2 million people each week that watch Raw and SmackDown get a hold of that shit, they're going they the ones. Adam Pearce said they have a tag team. Oh, they did. Okay, okay. I I hope I expect the New Day to win. If they lose, this heel turn was you just watered it down. You just watered it down because you want to show how far they're willing to go, right? As now that they're heels because they were such good guys for so long, make them do whatever is necessary to get that win. And people go, "Oh, damn, they really did and that'll be the thing. They'll stoop to because Judgment Day is heels too. So they'll stoop to a lower level than the Judgment Day. People start to really hate them. And I think that'll really sell that heel turn. Oh yeah, and now they're champions. Oh man, they've been able to do it without Big E. It'll really push that heel turn. I also think Big E might be cleared to wrestle, and they're gonna milk this till Mania. Yeah, I think because if he was cleared to wrestle and they kept on the wraps, that'd be fire. Let him come back in Mania and cost them them tag team titles, and then it puts him in some sort of match against I don't know who would be the more primary guy, whether it be Xavier Woods or Kofi Kingston. But Kofi Kingston, he said, "I'm big." He said, "I broke my neck." It was Kofi Kingston said, "So what?" So maybe he's the primary target. Supernatural. Ooh, this this water got that kick. It's that lemon lime cucumber water with a splash of apple cider vinegar. Ooh, but that's stronger than this, and that's water. Shit. Yeah. Once Woods said he would, he will never be cleared to wrestle. I said, yeah, he's either clear. Yeah, he's yeah. I think he's cleared. And they're just gonna save it, save it, save it, save it. So the first time they put their hands on him, it's gonna be like he's got to go out on a stretcher, and you got to play it off. It's like when Shawn Michaels fell out in the ring against Owen. He's like, oh. And it was a big work. You know what I mean? Everyone thought he was really hurt. They drove him all the way to the hospital. Um, Big E will do that. He'll draw a lot of sympathy. Big E will do super baby face, and his return will be legendary if he can return to a full time schedule. Um, Stone Cold broke his neck. Edge broke his neck. That was wild, man. Oh my gosh, that was a real wild one. But yeah, Deadline was absolutely phenomenal. What are your thoughts? How did you rate the show on a scale of 1 to 10? What was your best? What was your favorite match? What was your favorite match? They had was it 5 matches? The men's Iron Survivor, women's Iron Survivor, underground match, tag team title match with Axiom and Nathan Frazier versus Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne, and then you had the NXT title match of Trick Williams versus Ridge Holland. Where do you rank this on a scale of 1 to 10? D, Supernatural, C Dub. Dang, who blowing my phone up like that? Nobody. Watch, it's gonna be a nobody. Maybe it's Morris Chestnut and Harold Perrineau. Maybe I got to follow from them. That'd be fire. Well, I don't know, but whatever it is, I know this. Uh, I need to see some numbers in there. Y'all give me some numbers. We're gonna get up out of here. I just want to know again, how did you feel about Deadline? Deadline was really good. I really like the men's Iron Survivor and the tag title match. Yep, he's with me. I wish I could sing. That would have sounded so fire. Supernatural said it. Deadline was really good. I agree with him. What I say it was an 8.5, 9. I mean, only thing that could have made it better is maybe you added a match or something, but then you can also add a match and it takes away some. CW says I give it a solid 9. Favorite match was the tag team title match. Definitely really great show. And again, I 100% agree. That tag team title match, chef's kiss. I thought it was the MVP of the night. Um, I definitely thought it was. Now I'm just looking at that. Let me see if I can post the picture. Yeah, there you go. There's your boy. We out there. You know what I'm saying? Harold Perrineau and Morris Chestnut today. Was a great day. Got a chance to interact and talk with them a little bit. Made a video real quick, but that's going to come on that channel right there, the Hall Cruiser Universe. We're gonna drop that over there. We'll talk about it and do a little something, 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 something. But yeah, so with that being said, we will be back. It looks like Monday night, unless something pops in the wrestling world. We may even be back tomorrow just to recap some stuff, or if something, like I said, something pops up. WWE superstars may get released or signed or something like that. But if not, we'll see you Monday live during the main event. Uh, I believe Tay Rock, if y'all ain't familiar, that's a battle rap legend. You probably have seen his work if you're not familiar with battle rap and just didn't know who you were watching. Definitely a superstar. And what's best is he's a wrestling fan. He may be tapping in Monday. Also, you already know the podcast chief. He may be tapping back in on Monday as we get ready to walk to this Royal Rumble WrestleMania season. It would only make sense the podcast chief come back, the OTC of this, So, yeah, it was a great day in wrestling, great day in my life, and yeah, if you can go ahead and hit the like, share, and subscribe, follow the Attitude Era page on all social media platforms. And until next time, we'll holla at you later. Y'all have a good